No drunk drivers. I welcome you to the second installment of Braylan's lessons. So if you haven't watched the first one, you probably don't know what Braylan's lessons is about. So Braylan, my son, Shayla's son, our son, we were going to raise him with our wisdom and experiences and all of that good stuff, right? I figured all of that knowledge is still useful. So I can pass this on using my thoughts, some things that I'll be talking about. I think I can kind of give you Shayla's perspective on it. So, but this one, it's going to be from myself. Even though Shayla was in the military, she was in the military. So, yeah, I guess you could say it's coming from both of us. It's coming from both of us. We kind of share the same opinion about it. So on this episode, I'm going to be targeting the youth. The youth. Doesn't matter. It's male, female, don't matter. It's the youth because that's who the military targets, right? All right, here we go. So, of course, Braylan's he's gonna get older, and he's probably gonna be like his mommy or daddy and join the military. So you want to join the military. I joined the Army. I was 17 years old. I had to get I forgot what they call, but it was basically like a permission slip. I had to get it signed from my parents. They tried to talk me out of it, mainly my mother. My daddy, he was just like, hey, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. And he was cool with it. Old Joe cool. So my mother, she wanted me to go directly to college. She wanted me to go directly to college, but I just wasn't feeling it. I wanted to be like my big brother. I wanted to be like my uncles and cousins, all these other people in my family who joined the military. So my mind was made up. There was no change in my mind. I wanted to go. So I went. Well, little did I know what was I going into. So that's why I'm here to tell you all. So yeah, once again, my disclaimer, I'm going to be targeting the youth. So I'm going to be talking to them in their language. You can't just be dry and all this stuff. Plus, I like to have fun, joke, smile, and all this other good stuff, right? So, all right, here we go. Join the military. I'll start off with the day that I left. Not so much day that I left. Okay, the first processing building. I think it's called MEPS. I'm not too sure what MEPS stands for. I just remember that was the first place where I had to drop trousers in front of everybody. Yes, sir. You're going to have to drop trousers. Yes, sir, or yes, ma'am. Whoever, you know. I'm sure you're going to have to drop trousers too. So this is where I think we did our medical screening. And they put us in a hotel for the night prior. You know, we thinking, oh man, because you get in the hotel room the night prior, then the day after, that's when you do your medical screening and all that good stuff. So, of course, you know, you're in your room, you're 17 years old, you're going to look around, everybody walking around, you start meeting up with different folks who are joining the military, such as yourself. So y'all already trading war stories, ain't touched no ground in no type of war, anything. Everybody want to show how how big and bad they are and all this stuff. Tough guy, tough gal, all that good stuff, right? So we in there, everybody talking noise and stuff, where they from, all this good stuff, what branch they're going into, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So yeah, I remember doing that, and a couple of people, they stayed up a little too late. They stayed up a little bit too late. And we had to get there like 6 in the morning, right? So you get there, and it's like some building, but you're thinking it's more, you think it's going to be like a regular doctor's appointment, because that's all you know, right? You see the doctors, they got on their gear, and everything's going to be normal. Well, we get up in there, I remember the guy was like, okay, you all line up over here, and get yourself ready for such and such tests and shots and all this good stuff. So I'm gonna need you to drop your trousers and stand in line. This is it. You don't get no instructions. You're walking in the building, you show them your ID and all that stuff. You go to a room. So I remember in the room with I think it was about 5 or 6 guys, right? And that's what he told us. So we kind of like, huh? There's some hesitation. And the guy was like, yeah, go ahead. Come on, let's get it moving. Let's get it moving. So we like, oh man, this stuff already started. What do you mean get it moving? So we reluctantly taking off the trousers. So hopefully, did I have on some clean drawers? Yeah, I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I did, but damn, man, I remember that. So you in that drop trowel, you got your hand over your area. You don't want to be exposed. I think I had on boxers. Yeah, something like that. But I think we just had, we were shirts off, pants down, and you sitting in line, you got your hands over yourself, and you're just waiting. So he's doing his thing. They do your height, weight, and all this stuff, and taking all this other stuff. I think there was a point where we had to even drop the boxes. In case you didn't know, in the military, there's gonna be plenty of times when you shower and all. I'll get to all that later, but yeah, you're gonna have to. It's gonna be public. I don't know how they do it now, but it was public. Forgot the word, but you get the drift. It's public. You don't get no shower separators or nothing like that. You sitting there right there showering in a circular shower head. But I'll say that one next. So yeah, I'm in there. We're getting our processing on. I'm like, man, I'm already not liking this. This is, to say the least, very uncomfortable, right? So we get done with that. I'm like, man, I just can't wait to get up out of here. So I think I flew to, I think it was Charlotte. Yeah, I believe I flew to Charlotte because I did my basic at Fort Jackson. So yeah, I think I flew to Charlotte, then we got bused or whatever to Fort Jackson. Anyways, so before we get to basic, we had to go to, I forgot the name of the place, but it's like some holding area. This area was, man, no disrespect, but it was almost like an insane asylum. Man, it was crazy up in there. Like in the movies, like in the movies where somebody's experimenting on this group or whatever, and you got this mad scientist, and then you're walking through, but as you're walking through, you notice people banging on the walls and, get me out of here! Doing all that crazy stuff. That's what I remember. If I can paint a picture, that's how I remember that place. Man, we touched down over there. It was crazy. It was on and popping. I think that was the initial bus ride, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was. So, if I'm not mistaken, there was a bus ride to get there, and we had some of our gear, or maybe we didn't. Maybe I'm getting confused with basic training. Maybe we're getting confused with basic training. But anyways, so, man, up in there was this guy. We'll just call him Winthrop, because these are true stories. I don't know whether he's still on the run or not or whatever, so we're going to call him Winthrop. So me and Winthrop, we up in there, we cool, and I think about a week or two go by, and it's crazy up in there, man. Like I said, it's, get me out of here, and all that stuff. And I say about a week or two later, I become one of them clowns, them crazy fools, talking about, get me out of here! So now I see why they was doing that. So Winthrop was like, man, hey Joe, I don't know about this, man. This ain't for me. I'm like, it ain't for anybody, man. I feel you. He's like, nah, I don't think you feel me. Man, I'm going home. I'm like, what you mean you going home? He's like, man, I'm going home. Man, if I'm not out of here by next week, I'm gone. So Winthrop, he was like, hey, man, all I got to do is make that call. I make my call, man. My homies from, we'll just say Nevada. My homies from Nevada. It was a cross-country trip, too. My homies from Nevada, man, they gonna come through, scoop me up. I'm out of here. I'm like, you serious? He's like, yeah, man, I ain't staying up in here, man. Nah, this ain't what I signed up for. Hell no. So I'm like, you know what? I feel you. I think I may make that call too. So I call home, and I call home to my moms and them. How's it going, baby? How the military treating you? So I'm like, get me out of here. So I really didn't say that, but that's how I'm feeling, right? And I remember the phone call, like, Mama, I can't do this, Mama. I got to go. Now I know my daddy, he wouldn't have put in no plan of action to get me out. He would have just been more like, hey, that's what you get. Told you don't go. Should have listened. Suck it up. So I knew I wasn't gonna get nowhere with him, but at least with Mama, I can play on the mama heart. So that was my strategy. But nah, it didn't work. Cause she was like, oh well, I told you don't go, but you signed up, and just pray on it now. Just pray on it. You gonna get through it. And I'm like, nah, Ma, I want to leave. Come get me up out of here. This place is not for me. I want to go. I'm telling you, Mama, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna run away if they don't come get me. So my mama, man, she didn't tell me this till later on, but I think she was really trying to get out there. I think she really was kind of gonna put in a little plan of action to try to get me out, if I'm not mistaken. But she stuck firm with her word, like, well, you know, oh, you signed up. You don't want to not get in trouble and mess your life up. What you mean? I'm like, what you mean, man? I'm already messed up. They driving me crazy up in here. Get me up out of here. So now I'm paraphrasing. I wouldn't dare talk to my mama like that, especially during that time. But that's pretty much how the conversation was going, though, as far as if I had to sum it up real quick. So we get off the phone. In my head, I'm like, man, nah, I ain't feeling this. I need to go. So, man, about a week or two later, we in formation. So when they call formation, I forgot what they called it. Maybe they just started yelling, formation! So everybody get up. Yeah, at this point, you kind of already know how to do your head count and all that stuff and where you stand at. So they do like a roll call. So they calling people names. So if they go Joseph, I'll be like, present, or whatever. I say, hold. Yeah, that's an Army term, hold. I don't know. Yeah, they do that serious, though. It's like they speak a whole different terminology. So they doing this roll call, right? And they got to Winthrop. So they're like, Winthrop. It's quiet. You don't hear nothing. Winthrop. Quiet. Where Winthrop at? Go wake him up. So in my head, I'm like, man, what? Oh, Winthrop at, man. I didn't say nothing, though. Somebody ran in there, tried to go look for him, wake him up. Oh, he gone. Winthrop gone. What you mean he gone? He should be at formation. So in my head, I remember Winthrop wasn't playing. Winthrop said if he not gone to basic training in the next week or two, he out of here. And that's what Winthrop did. Winthrop, he must have called. He called his partners. That was it. Now I don't know when he left. He didn't tell me when he left, but I remember when he left. That was it. You didn't see Winthrop no more. Winthrop was gone. So I was like, man, dude actually left, man. That's crazy. So I think I stayed in there a couple more weeks. Man, that holding area, it was crazy. There was this other guy. We're going to call him Turkey. We're going to call him Turkey. Like I say, these real lives. Turkey. Turkey was his kind of this big muscular dude. He liked to wrestle. So some of the guys in the rooms, cause we stayed like in these open bays, so we had like a lot of beds in there. So when we had downtime, they would have these wrestling matches. It just fools being fools. Had a lot of just messing around. So, but Winthrop, you know, he breaking boys down, breaking them down. Next, just breaking foods down. I remember that. Not Winthrop, I'm sorry, Turkey. Turkey breaking them down. And I was cool with Turkey too. So Turkey was like, man, I miss my family, Joe. I'm like, yeah, man, I miss mine too. I miss mine too, man. They're like, nah, you don't understand. I've never been away from my family this long. I don't know about this, Joe. So it was the second time I didn't heard someone tell me that, hey, I don't know about this. So when he started saying that, I'm like, ah, man, you know, it's gonna change, man. This ain't the real. You just gotta make it to your duty station. That was always our motto. Just make it to your duty station, right? But Turkey was like, nah, man, I don't know, man. I'm not feeling this. So he started showing me his family pictures and all that. I was like, man, yeah, you got a beautiful family, man. Just stick it out, man. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna try. About a week or two later, they going through the they doing formation again, doing the roll call. So they do the names. They get to Turkey. Turkey. That's quiet. They look around. Turkey. Look around. I'm like, uh-oh. Don't tell me Turkey didn't take off. Turkey. Go get Turkey. See, wake him up. Somebody send up in there, send one of the guys in there to go wake him up. Come back. Turkey gone. And that was it. I was like, man, Turkey done burnt off. Woo! I was thinking about it. But I never did it. So on to basic training. We finally get to basic training. Man, we get there. I remember that bus ride. You didn't know what to expect. You finally got all your gear and stuff. You're out of this little holding area. You're like, finally, all right, we finna get our soldier home. And I remember we rolled up in that bus, and you see them shark hats, them drill sergeant hats, and they just circling. And you see them, I'm like, oh man, here it go. It's about to get real. So you pull up, and they open that bus, open that door. That was it, man. Them drill sergeants in there. Get it up, everybody up, move. Ah! You know, they screaming. They screaming at you, they all in your grill. What you waiting on? What's taking you so long? Get up, soldier, get up, private, move to the square. So they doing all this crazy stuff. So people, man, you try it, and them bags was heavy. Them duffel bags was real heavy. So when they was coming up, I remember, I think I was sitting in the middle, and they had people in front of you, so you really couldn't move unless they got out of the way. But it didn't matter, man. They climbing over the seats. Get it, move it, private, move it. So they climbing over the seats, all in your grill. You know, oh man, this place crazy. So people falling over. That's one thing. There's a lot of uncoordinated people in the military. All you had to do is have a little coordination. You was gonna be all right. But oh yeah, I'm stepping over. I'm high stepping, hurdler. I'm getting off that bus. I get up off that bus, man. I see people on the ground. You get off the bus, they say you had to pick a square. And we picked the square, and they wanted us to do inventory. So after you done packed your duffel bag up all nice, now you got to dump it all out on the ground. And then you have to do like this. They do like some little inspection, and you have to count off all the stuff you have. And yeah, you place everything back in there. So then you finally get to your rooms. You get to your room, you got your bunk mates and all that. I think we had like about 8 men in our rooms. And at any given night, it can go down. And what I mean by that is you can be sleeping. Everybody's sleeping, and all you hear is, you don't know what it is, but they was throwing trash cans. Get it up, formation. Oh! So everybody going crazy. Remember, it's like one something in the morning, you see stuff flying all through the hallway, trash cans being thrown, foods running and almost causing a stampede on people. And man, they had this one guy. I'm trying to think of a name. This one, because even his name was funny though. So I wanna use his name, man. No disrespect, bro, but this dude named Osborne. Osborne, man, he just couldn't get it together. Osborne could not get it together. But I thank you, Osborne, because you kept them sharks off of me. That was one thing. As long as you wasn't at the bottom, you be all right. You be all right. You just got to coast in the middle. You don't want to do too much because then they're going to start relying on you and doing all this extra stuff. Now, I don't want to do all that. Stay in the middle. Don't be the worst. So you had this guy Osborne, and it was formation time. I don't know, man. Osborne just couldn't get it together. So now we're about to go in formation, and everybody go line up. So we run down formation. Boom, 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 boom. And we get down there. Man, Osborne got a sign, and then he's marching, and he chanting. He chanting. He got a I forgot what he said on the sign. I think he may have had him write that on the sign. Excuse me. Had to write this on the sign of, I can't follow instructions, I'm stupid. So, damn serious though. So he down there, he marching back and forth. He got a drill sergeant in his ear. I can't follow instructions, I'm stupid. I can't follow instructions, I'm stupid. I can't follow instructions, I'm stupid. So, and you couldn't laugh, because if you laugh, oh, they gonna get you. You better keep them head and eyes straight forward. They gonna get you. But yeah, man, it was funny. Oh man, so that was some good times, you know. But yeah, I remember seeing, you're gonna see any and everybody, all different types of personalities, any type of personality you can think of, they're in the military. Trust me. One of my battle buddies, I think he ended up getting discharged. He didn't make it through basic. He just couldn't cut it. I still remember his name, so I'm not going to say his name because that guy was a little thrown off. I don't want him coming back after me, but you do now. Hey, nah, just don't do it. I'm telling you. All right, so, but yeah, this guy was he was a little off. He was loony. He was loony. So we gonna call him. Let me see. I got to think of a funny name. I don't know, not funny. We gonna say Sylvester. So, man, I'm up here coughing and stuff. Hold on for a second. All right, I'm back. So Sylvester, I can say Sylvester was he's a little throwed off in the head, and I end up, that was my battle buddy. So in basic, they pair you up with someone who all your tasks, they want to teach teamwork and all this stuff, team building and whatever. So it doesn't matter how good you do something, as long as you work together, follow instructions, and of course try to accomplish the task. That's typically the goal. So even if you're outshining someone, if you're not able to help the other person, you'll fail. So Sylvester, he was my battle buddy. I'm like, man, well, I'm always getting these crazy fools. So, man, Sylvester, let me think of a story with this cat. We up in the barracks, we chilling. So it was like 4 or 5 of us in a room, had a little downtown, we chilling. So we just talking about, man, you know, we tired of this stuff, man. I'm ready to get up out of here. I'm ready to leave, man. Can't wait to get to my duty station. So Sylvester walks in the room, and he's like, yeah, man, you know, and he didn't say that verbatim, but he was just like, yeah, I'm tired of this place too, man. I just can't, man, this stuff getting on my nerves. So he was talking normal. So we're like, okay, Sylvester didn't calm down or whatever. He talking normal. So then he's like, yeah, man, I'm just tired of this place. Man, I'm tired. Man, I'm tired of this place. Ah! So he jumps up. That fool jump up and punches the ground. You know, like them superheroes, they jump up, punch the ground, and the ground be breaking and all that stuff. I don't know, it's like he tried to do that. So we're in the middle of conversation, this fool jumps up, punches the ground, now he on the ground, out of nowhere. So we jump back. So we about to give him that work. Cause we don't know if he finna snap or whatever. So that's one thing in the military, man. You in there acting crazy. Yeah, they'll give you that work. They had no problem giving you that work. So we was about to do the old Cupid shuffle on his face. You know what I'm saying? We was gonna start line stepping on his face. I'm serious though. I mean, that's how it go down. That's how it go down. Cause that man was crazy. So he on the ground. He on the ground screaming. We jumped back. We was finna get him. And he's like, hey man, what's wrong with you? He's like, oh man, my hand is broken. I think it's broken. And we're like, man, what's wrong with this fool, man? So somebody either heard him or somebody ran to go to a drill sergeant. Somehow he ended up getting escorted out. And I think that was like that was the beginning of the end of Sylvester. On a not so funny note, like I said, this next one it's not a laughing matter, but this is what he did though. So we would have our drills or whatever, and we were out. I forgot where we were at. We were practicing on some marching techniques and all this. So at this point, Sylvester, he would always just be to the side. They have him, hey, Sylvester, go sit by that tree, don't touch nothing. So that's the drill sergeant telling him, and then we'll be over here to the other side practicing our drills or whatever we're going over. And occasionally Sylvester would take off, or you'll see somebody come talk to him and then he'll leave. So this is one of the times he left. And we got back and we didn't see him in the room. And I think we didn't see him for a couple days. So we're like, man, where Sylvester, where this fool at? And word got round. I can say this ain't funny, but what he tried to do, man, was crazy. Word got round. I think Sylvester tried to take himself out the game. So they knew he was off. They knew he was off. And rumor has it that he didn't have nothing to do with it. So I think they had him cleaning the barracks, either waxing or whatever. So he tried to use the vacuum cord, and man, it ain't funny. I think he tried to prop the vacuum by the bed, jump out the window with the cord on his neck, but the cord was too strong or it broke, and Sylvester ended up breaking his leg. So they had to call him out, and that was it. They got tired of it, and they took Sylvester up on out of there, man. I hope he doing all right. I hope he doing all right though. But man, I remember that. But it was just the way they told the story. That was crazy though, bro. That was crazy. But yeah, you got all kind of characters in there, man. You can't make some of this stuff up. I'm serious. I'll tell you something. One of my crazy stories. Man, I could do this military thing all day. So, all right, what's the next one I was going to get off into? So I told you about Sylvester, told you about Winthrop, told you about Turkey. I just go ahead and go into mine. So, well, I know I got another Osborne. Actually, I got a couple of them. So Osborne, we were doing this drilling. I think it was something in the field, right? And it was like battle simulation. Well, actually, this is one that's involved me and Osborne. So it was battle simulation. So we pitched up our tents, all that stuff, and people had to do what they call guard duty or whatever. So we had to actually shovel our own foxhole. So you dig almost 3 or 4 feet in the ground, enough for you can be able to lay down and get in your prone position, look down the sights or whatever, all this good stuff. But this night, the drill sergeants, they were going to do like a surprise attack. So this attack was going to be a gas attack, right? So we're in there in our tents, and I remember I hear some shuffling. I hear some screaming and all this stuff going on, and gunfire, whatever. So I kind of wake up. I'm like, oh man, this finna go down. But I don't see no one yet. And I knew they was gonna try to do the gas and all that stuff. So I remember I look out, I unzip my tent, and I look out the tent, right? Man, as soon as I look out, unzip it, drill sergeant standing right there, we looking. He had the CS gas, it's like some, almost like tear gas. He put that joker right in my face. So now I'm like, ah! So now I'm going crazy. I can't see, I got snot all in my nose. I'm crawling on the ground. So now the drill sergeant, I'm like, all right, you got me. He want to follow me around, so I'm crawling. I'm crawling trying to get up out of there. This fool gonna follow me around. So this is about almost 20 feet. So now my eye, I can kind of squint my eyes, and I notice he's still following me, and I can't get out of the smoke to really catch my breath. That stuff stinging my eyes, everything burning. So I'm like, all right, well now it's fight or flight. I get it, we training and all that good stuff, but now I feel like you trying to pose harm to me, and you're overdoing it. So I look around, and I go, ah. I grab that stick. It was a big old stick. And I say, man, back up. And I think I cussed him out, really. I ain't gonna say what I said. And I say, man, you basically like, hey, man, you take one more step toward this way, it's on and popping. That was it. So I had that stick. I turned around, he looked at me, and he took off. That was it. He never questioned me about it either. I'm not too sure. I think he had his mask on, so I really couldn't tell who it was. But he know he was overdoing it. And I had that stick till I was able to go get my mask, because I left everything over there. So yeah, I was gonna club old drill sergeant upside his head. And he knew it too, so he took off. He took off and did his thing. And Osborne got caught up. Man, it's like it was almost like a war zone in that area. So I remember seeing Osborne, I guess he couldn't get his gas mask on fast enough. The goal was for you to be alerted by the guards, your own people doing guard duty, that hey, the enemy's here, they're using gas or whatever, put on your mask and you'll be good to go. You wouldn't have got in trouble, or you wouldn't have got messed up. So you know how Osborne, he's slow, man. He tried though, but Osborne was in his sleeping bag. Only thing I can think of is, like, because the sleeping bag, you get zipped up all the way. I don't know why he did that. Everybody else kind of had their sleeping bag halfway unzipped. He zipped his up all the way. So he in there like a cocoon or whatever. Just like a burrito wrap. He wrapped himself up like burrito. So now, like the people be hopping around in them potato sack races, just be hopping, and they can't move their legs. Drill sergeant came in there with that gas, put it all on Osborne. He's squirming. Somehow he got up. I don't know how you get up and you can't move your feet or arms or whatever, and you wrapped up like a burrito. But he got up, and I remember Osborne was screaming and hollering, and he hopping around. And he was moving too. He was making some steps, but I think he fell on the ground, and man, he was squirming. Somehow I think he got out of his bag and took off running, but good old Osborne. But yeah, man, I got plenty more of them stories. That's just to give you an idea of what you can expect in the military, right? So I don't know if that deterred anybody from joining or not. It's not me to tell you whether to join or not. What I will say is, if I had to do it all over again, would I do it right now? No. It'll be a clear, emphatic no, right? And that's only because, you get older, you get wiser. If I had to do it again at the age of 17, and in that time frame, 99, all that good stuff, yeah, I think I would do it again. I would do it again. But right now, nah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it right now. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to do it or not. everybody knows what's best for them. Like I said, you can't talk. I know some people, oh, what you saying, man? You telling people not to join the military. They ain't telling nobody not to join the military. Shut up. I'm just giving you my perspective on how it was when I was there. And at my age right now, no. Hell no, especially right now. I'm just saying, though, if I have the knowledge, once you get older, you do stuff according to your age, right? Or just with the knowledge that you gain, you make better decisions for yourself. So, of course, anybody can look back at their youth or childhood and be like, man, if I could do that part over again, I would do this thing differently. That's based off the knowledge that you accumulated. So now that I know myself and who I am as a man today and what I know as a man and what I stand for and all of that good stuff, nah, I wouldn't do it. But back then, you know, under that current mindset, yeah, you know, I did it, and would I do it again? Yeah, I probably would, because there was some good times, a lot of bad times, some stuff I learned, a lot of skills and traits that was sharpened, that was heightened. You just got to figure out what's best for you. I don't know your situation or what have you. You just got to figure out what's best for you, right? And that's ultimately what it comes down to, figuring out what's best for you. Think for the future. You know, is that going to help you out in the future, right? What do you got going on right now? So will the military be better than what you have going on right now in the long run for you for the long term? If what you have going on right now is not helping you out for the long term, meaning you're not, some people, like I say, they don't go to college. It's fine. And whatever. Maybe you don't have too much going on with you. Maybe you're getting in trouble and all that. Then yeah, okay. Military may be for you. Then. You know, it just depends on who you are and where you're at in life. But for sure, talk it over with people. Talk to people who have been in the military so you can base your decision off of that wisdom and experience instead of just, oh, well, I got this, I know what I'm doing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. No, just talk to someone, because once you sign up, that's it. That's it. You're gonna be in there, you know, unless you just go AWOL. Man, I say some people went AWOL. I don't know how they're doing now. I don't know. I haven't talked to them. I haven't seen them. But yeah, been going long enough. That's the second installment of Braylan's lessons. Man, I'm thinking about so many military stories I can go on, but I'll be recording for the next hour. It's already 30 minutes or whatever. So, but anyways, yeah, till next time, man, I'll holler at y'all. Peace.